Competition, the one thing that we all love or hate. It's the one thing that drives a lot of us to push ourselves and sometimes others. And other times, it's the reason we avoid things and keep to ourselves. Whether you are competitive or not, you must compete with one person in this world, and that is yourself. Competing with yourself is one of life's hardest challenges, and every single day you have to compete with your mind, and you have to make sacrifices, and you have to make sometimes hard decisions. The thing is nowadays we live in a pretty simple world, okay? So if you wanted to stay home, for example, and play Xbox all day, well, you wouldn't have to cook either because there's DoorDash. And another thing is you could avoid your goals, you can avoid your purpose, you can avoid everything and just simply watch TV all day. There's so many things available to pretty much distract you from what you truly want. I mean, you could simply just get onto every single teenager's favorite website and just try to find a video that's going to make you feel like you have some kind of happiness within you. What ends up happening is that all of these different actions, right, whether it's Netflix or you're gaming a whole bunch or you're fapping off to whatever you could find all the time, these are things that honestly affected me a lot, especially through like high school and stuff. It was something that I really struggled with, and especially with like gaming too. I would sit there and I'd play games for like 8 hours straight, okay? And of course, I had goals to become a YouTuber. I had a purpose in mind, but for some odd reason I couldn't bear to do it. For some odd reason, it was such a mental struggle that I just couldn't do it. I had to avoid, and I'd have to resort to doing other things. And of course, those other things were just very useless and just wasting my time away because it was my release that I could use that was very easy and simple, and it's just instant gratification is what it really is truly deep down. I really thought about this whole entire topic whenever I was actually playing Rainbow Six Siege recently, and I figured this is like the most competitive game, okay? This is like the pinnacle of competition, okay? And what I was perceiving competition to be was competing with others and having like a simulation pretty much of competition, which is just, like I said, me playing Rainbow Six Siege. And whenever I was playing that game, I realized that, you know what? I'm not even competing really truly with others, and I'm not even competing with myself. I'm giving a simulation of that, but I'm not really competing with myself. That day I was thinking about myself, and I'm like, I had all these different thoughts. Why am I so lazy right now? Why am I not putting action into videos? And why am I not working and doing the things that I want to be doing in my life? And it was because I was avoiding. And I think that it kind of made me think about it, and I thank Rainbow Six Siege for this, because I realized that competition is just simply a simulation whenever it comes to the things that you end up seeing on TV. Can be a great example, right? You're seeing other people compete, so you don't have to compete, And if you are playing video games, you're getting a simulation of what it is to compete with others. And not only that, at the same time, you don't really have to compete with yourself in your own mind, unless it is like a puzzle game or something, I don't know. But like, you don't really have to compete with yourself, because competing with yourself can be one of the most difficult things to actually bring yourself to do. Now, in order to really see some action in my life, I decided I needed to dumb things down for myself a little bit, and I figured if I dumbed it down, it would probably end up helping me a little bit more. So I thought to myself, who doesn't have 10 minutes of time, okay? And what can you do with that 10 minutes of time? Workout, okay? So what I created was pretty much a small little workout for myself, and I would do it for 10 minutes every single day. I've done it for 2 days straight, and I'm pretty happy with that, and I plan to go as long as I possibly can and continue this until it becomes a habit that I can build up and eventually start doing more than 10 minutes. And, starting small, like 10 minutes, seems really useless, but at the same time, it's not useless, because bringing yourself to do something for 10 minutes when you don't feel like doing it, it's better than not doing it at all. And I've realized that, and I've realized that competing with yourself is really just competing with your own mind. And competing with your mind is really just telling yourself to do the things that you don't want to do. And sometimes it's just by starting with really small actions, and then those small actions end up having like a compound effect, because those small actions can create habits over time. And whenever you get a good habit going, it's at that point you're on a good road to success. So if you've been having some lazy thoughts and you've been having negative thoughts, maybe you just don't really feel motivated right now, then just at least try to do something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time. Like for example, with me, it's YouTube, okay? So maybe I don't feel like recording videos. I would rather just play video games, right? But unfortunately, hey, I gotta record these videos. I got to do this because this is what I want to do. This is something that I truly love. And all it takes is just for me to just simply set up the camera and begin, okay? I had a really rough time in the intro of this video trying to record this, but that is the competition, right? That is competing with yourself, being able to step past those difficult times and being able to really overcome not, others, yourself. You got to overcome yourself. And then the thing is once you're able to overcome yourself and you're able to actually start competing with yourself in your mind, you're actually able to build some habits and stuff. That's whenever you can start competing with others, Like right now, a lot of small YouTubers, they're just simply competing with themselves. They have to wake up every day and they have to record and edit their own videos, okay? But once you get, big enough, like once I get big enough or something like that, that's going to be the point in which I have to compete with other people on this platform. I have to compete with others on YouTube. And if I was to do like workouts for a competition, like I'm competing with others, then I would have to push myself better than others, you know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just really competing with myself to make myself work out in the first place. You will never be able to compete with others if you cannot compete with yourself. Lastly, I just really got to emphasize it. If there's anything that you want to do, okay, just simply do it today and just start, even if it's just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, okay? You wanted to start like meditating or something, do it for literally 1 minute a day, okay? And then after week 1 is over, do it 2 minutes, okay? Because it's all about the habits, okay? So whatever it is on your mind, whatever it is that you want to be, what you want to create for yourself, you got to start doing it today and really push a lot of those negative thoughts, those lazy thoughts that are really holding you back, and just push them away. And you know what? You can game after if you want, okay? You can game after you've been successful. But you got to show yourself some success first. And your success can look like a failure, but I want you to look at it as a success anyways, okay? So like for example, I could upload this video today, okay? And it'll get 0 views, okay? To me, that is still a success. I uploaded and I pushed myself to make this video, okay? So even if you don't get what results you want, you still pushed yourself, okay? So whatever it is, just seriously, you are your biggest competition. Just push yourself today, okay? You can totally do it. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that this video motivated you, and if it did, then be sure to like and take the subscribe button's Xbox controller and then hide it so that it can't play Xbox later. And then after you're done doing that, then be sure to check out this next video. This next video is about gaming, okay? Now, if you still play video games, then this is a great video for you. If you want to start actually working on making some progression in your life and you want to maybe play some video games here and there, then this is a great video for you to learn how to do just that. And find the fire within you, and as always, stay Diablo.